Hey guys, what is going on? It's Pixel Dan, and I thought it would be fun to do an impromptu live show. So, how's it going, guys? How is everybody doing out there? Everybody hanging in there? I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all keeping healthy and staying safe in this very strange timeline that we're living in right now. This is kind of a two-part deal, or I guess I had two reasons for wanting to do this. Number one, wanted to touch base with you guys real quick. Thought doing it live would be cool, so just to pop on here and see how everybody's doing, give you an update on what's going on with me. And then I'm going to show you guys my new collection display. I've been working on my toy room finally and thought I'd give you guys a look at what I've done so far. So, like many of you, probably, like many people around the world right now, my wife and I are both currently working our day jobs from home, and we're also homeschooling our son, and we're also about 6 weeks away from my wife giving birth to our second child. So it's been a bit of an adjustment trying to get used to being at home while we're doing our jobs and trying to homeschool our son. So that's kind of been the top priority. Of course, the family time, getting adjusted with our day jobs, all that good stuff. So it's kind of kept me away from doing more of the video stuff right now. But the good news is that we're kind of getting into the groove. We're getting things figured out. So I think I should be hopefully returning back to a little bit of a better schedule with my YouTube stuff. But one of the things that's going on right now, too, that's taking all my time is since we're preparing for the arrival of the new baby, that has forced me to get that bedroom set up for the new baby. Now, that bedroom has basically been a storage space for like my entire toy collection. It's been just boxes and totes stacked up in there since we've moved into this house 2 years ago. So it's forcing me to finally get all of that stuff out of there, get the room set up for the baby, and finally go through all those boxes and start setting up a actual display for my toy collection in the room that I've got designated for my toy collection. So I decided the best thing to do was to start with Masters of the Universe Classics. It's big. I knew it was going to take up a lot of space, and it's pretty amazing when you look at the entire display there behind me, right? Like, it's a really, really impressive collection. So I thought I'd spend the rest of this video now kind of giving you guys a tour over the shelves behind me here. And yeah, we'll just kind of go over what I've got on display and the way I chose to display all of it all. So I'm recording this on my phone, or live streaming from my phone. So I'm going to swing around, I'm going to grab my phone, I'm going to walk you guys through everything. All right, so hang tight. All right, let me get it off of my display here. And also, I can see your comments now. I couldn't see the comments with the my phone facing the other way because I wanted to make sure I could get the best possible video I can off of my phone. So let me try to back up as much as I can here in the room. So I know this light up here is really glaring, so I apologize for that. We're going to work around this the best we can. And I'm going to show you guys what we got going on here. So I freshly painted the room. I opted to go with a nice deep purple because purple is my favorite color, and I thought that that color would really pop and really stand out behind the toys, which I definitely think works out really well for Masters Classics because they're so bright and colorful, so it really stands out against that purple background there. I've got like blackout curtains on the window to keep a lot of the UV rays out of the room and the sunlight. You can kind of see some of the other stuff I've got going on over here. I've got my retro video games all set up over here because I wanted to also be able to come in here, enjoy my collection, play some video games, all that. So that's going on over there too. So right now, the only thing I have on display is Masters of the Universe Classics. I've already seen a bunch of questions flying by asking if I have this and that. I've got other things, obviously. But one of the things about this is that in my house here, I have one bedroom designated for my toy display, and I kind of have to decide what's most important for me to display. I am not going to be able to display everything in my collection. And so I'm really trying to focus on the things I love the most And the two things I love the most are Masters of the Universe and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So those are going to get priority in this room. Then I'm going to follow that up with, other things that I really love. The NECA stuff that I really like. Mythic Legions figures that I really like. And it's just going to go down the list like that. So I don't know what this entire room is going to look like yet. It's going to be a work in progress. We're going to see what's going on. Because as you can see, I took one whole wall just for classics. And I still have to set up my vintage MOTU, my 2000X MOTU, my new adventures, all of my other random He-Man stuff that I have. And then I got to go through and put my turtles in here. This room, I could probably use this entire room just for Masters of the Universe. I don't think I want to do that because I have lots of other things I'd like to be able to see on display. So like I said, work in progress. Why don't we go ahead and run through the shelves here and I'll show you guys what I got going on. So if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that Masters of the Universe Classics is a big part of this channel. It's a big part of what built this channel. I started this channel slightly before this toy line launched in 2008. So I have reviewed every figure in this line. So you can go through my entire channel. You can see a video for every single thing you see on display here today. Let's go through and let's see what's going on in my display. And then after I go through this, I'll try to answer some of the questions that are popping up. I see you guys there. Thank you guys very much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Also, hey, I just noticed a couple super chats came through. So I want to give a shout out for that as well. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. I've tried to kind of group these guys together in the ways that made most sense to me. I understand you guys aren't gonna always agree with that. So, there's no right or wrong way to do this. This is my Heroic Warriors section right here. So, and I chose the original toy version head for He-Man because that's my favorite head. So this is my Heroic Warriors. You can see I got them on these tiered stands here. I don't love the white tiered stands because I've got the purple walls and the black shelves. Eventually, I want to replace these with clear acrylic, but it's going to be a work in progress because those are expensive. So a little bit at a time, I'll probably replace these shelves. I just already had these. These are basically just spice racks, and I've had them for a long time. So I just utilized what I had for right now. I'll update them as I go. So Heroic Warriors comes across all the way over to this shelf over here. And you can see we got Randor. I got Prince Adam and Cringer. And kind of got some of the other Heroic Warriors in the back. You can see the Comet Warriors back there. You can see Extendar and all that good stuff. And then over here next to them, we've got the Evil Warriors. I put the cape on Skeletor. So Skeletor is in the cape. We got Beastman, we got Evil Lyn, Trapjaw, Triclops, got the whole group of baddies. I even put in, you'll kind of notice I snuck these guys in various places. We got some of Skeletor's little bot robots here, which is awesome. I need to find a stand for Screech. And then, we got over here, we got Faker. I got all the fake He-Men in the back too. I have two Fakers on display here, but I really like Faker. So I got Battle Armor Faker in the back. I got Slime Pit He-Man or Horde Zombie He-Man, whatever you want to call it. And Anti-Eternia He-Man there. So there's all of our villains. I went ahead and stuck Goatman up here too. Decided to put him there. So then we move over. We got a little bit of a 2000X villains display. So these are all villains specifically based on the 2000X MYP series. So, Keldor, Cronus is Trapjaw. Obviously, before his Trapjaw, he came with the parts to swap to be able to do that. So I've got two Trapjaws, one there. The Evil Land, Faceless One, Evil Seed, Spirit of Hordak is back there, Count Marzo, all that good stuff. And then slightly down on the other side of the heroes, we've got the 2000X heroes. So Snake Armor He-Man and Zodak with a K, and we got this version of Man-at-Arms with the unhelmeted head so you can see the ponytail. We got the King Grayskull, the Spirit of King Grayskull, that Sorceress, all that going on there. We got New Adventures down here at this end. I even put New Adventure Shira up here because I think she's a cool looking figure. So those are all the New Adventures figures that came out in Classics. It's definitely one of the least represented factions in Classics, but there are still some very cool Very cool figures. I like New Adventures. I know it's the black sheep of the franchise, but I like it. We're going to move back down here to the end because now over here we've got the Snake Men. I did go ahead and put CamoCon here with them because I just really like this figure and it felt, I don't know, this made the most sense to me to put him with the other Snake Men. So we've got all the Snake Men going on here. There's Pixel right there. Shout out to Pixel sitting on Cobra Khan's shoulder. There you go. And then when we come down to the second shelf, we're moving down a shelf. Okay, so here is the Evil Hoard. There's my boy Mosquito. He's on the second row, but he's pretty prominent. I mean, he's like right in the middle. I can always see him right there in the middle. So I do got a little bit of a shadow. Oh, I'm almost knocking stuff over. Boo! I might do some LED lights or something to kind of light it up underneath these shelves so you can see a little bit better. But yeah, there you go. You can kind of see those guys back there. So I got all the Hoard members. I got a bunch of the Hoard troopers with the various heads on there, which is very cool. And then, of course, to combat the Evil Hoard, we've got the Rebellion, and we got the Shira, Princess of Power figures. So there's all the different figures that came out in that line. Kind of shadowy back there, but you can see Sweet Bee, Angela, Peekaboo, Flutterina, Natasa. I went ahead and stuck Madame Raz and Broom there, and Luki, the yellow version of Cal, because he looks like the old toy, so that's the version I like the best. There we go with some more. So I went ahead and stuck, we got like, these are both Adora, obviously. This is like classic Adora, and then this is Dispara, the version of Adora from the comics. So I don't know, I think it's a neat figure, so I put them both up there in the front. We got Huntara right there, and then kind of stuck some various other Shira characters in this section right here, like Light Hope and Hoard Supreme. You know, we didn't have actual representations of these. These like are brand new created looks for these characters for classics. We'd never really seen them in the original cartoon series before, so I put them up there. And then the Star Sisters are back there as well. So the next shelf over is one that I really like. This is what I like to call the prototypes shelf. So all of these characters right here were all supposed to be real figures in the vintage toy line, but they never got released until classics. So obviously Hero and Eldor are front and center because those two were actually prototyped for the original line. Fearless Photog was the figure that was supposed to be made because he was the contest winner back in the 80s. And then Strobo and all these other weirdos here all had card backs made with card back artwork, but the figures were never released. So they're kind of like the final wave of figures that never came out in the vintage line. They finally came out in classics, so I grouped them all together right there on the shelf. And then this shelf over here is a bit of a hodgepodge. So basically I've got like the early stuff right here, you know, like this is like the Roger Sweet design, this is the Mark Taylor design, this is Demo Man, which may or may not have been an early version of Skeletor. I think Mark Taylor has come out and said that no, that's not now, but either way, I love these, paying homage to the roots of the line. Pre-Eternia He-Man, King He-Man, Son of He-Man, and then a few other guys that I really like back there, like Drago Man and Castle Grayskull Man, because they're just fun designs. We're going to scroll down here. Oh, real quick, I just saw this question and I want to answer it. Nathan Bittner was the original creator of this figure. He did find out that his figure finally got made because Mattel had to get permission from him to make it. And so they even sent him a full case of those. So he got a full case of those figures. Finally, 30 years later, he finally got his reward. Okay, so this is kind of the mini comics shelf right here, is what I'm calling it. So we've got like our Savage He-Man and our Green Goddess from the first mini comic there. We've got just another Screech that came out, or sorry, not Screech, Zoar that came out. But we've got Geldor and Lodar from the mini comics. You know, we've got, I love this Skeletor. It's one of my favorite head sculpts, that mini comic version there. Red Beastman, Yellow Trapjaw, mini comic Prince Adam, Blonde Tila. So yeah, this is mini comic shelf right here. And then one of my favorite shelves, the 1987 movie right there. Boom. Love that Golden God Skeletor, He-Man Skeletor, Gwildor, Blade, Karg, Sarad. A little dark back there, but you get the idea. And then over here, we've got all of the main variants for He-Man Skeletor and Hordak. Basically, all of the variants that came from the original toy line that were made again for classics. So the Battle Armors, Thunder Punch, Dragon Armor, Terror Claws, Flying Fists He-Man. Goodness, I couldn't remember the name for some reason. Buzzsaw, Hordak. We got the laser figures up there. I even have Savage He-Man up there, or Wondar as they're calling him now. So that completes the second shelf. And then on the third shelf down here is all the Filmation figures. And it's kind of amazing how many Filmation figures they actually released. Now, I cheated a little bit because during the Classics line, they released a bunch of Filmation characters that weren't technically part of Filmation, but I fit them down here because I thought they fit best. So you got Lord Mask and Chakotay and Icer, Evil Seed. Well, Evil Seed was part of the Filmation line, but you guys get the idea. Plundar, the pink bunny. So I stuck them all in there, Lizard Man. But then the rest of these guys, of course, all came out with the more recent Filmation lineup. See, I stuck the other version of Cal down here because he's the cartoon version. So that is all the figures. Over here on this side, I've got all the beasts crammed in there. So we got the giants of Titus and Megator. We got Gygor. We've got, Battle Cat, Battle Lion, Panther, the Griffin. We got Stridor and Night Stalker and Arrow and Swiftwind. I stuck a few of the variants in here too as riders. So He-Man and Skeletor. I got an extra Tila over here. So there's all the beasts. And then on this end is the vehicles. So there's Roton, Battle Ram, plus the extra Sky Sled that was released, and the Wind Raider. And then this He-Man, I know this Adam's kind of out of place, but he didn't fit over there with my other Filmation figures, and I really wanted to display him with that blast effect, that electric effect on the sword, so that's why he's there. So that's pretty much all of that. Now, the funny thing is I did have some Misfit figures that I couldn't really find room for, because they didn't really fit my display, so they're kind of down here right now. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them, like Sir Laserlot and Standar, the weird Stan Lee figure, and, Mighty Spectre, Molar, Eternian Dentist. I don't know. I really like, these ones that are based off of the old riders, like the vehicle riders from the old model kit packages. The Fighting Foemen is what they call them in this line. So I don't know. I got to figure out where to put them because they don't really fit in with my arrangements up there, but I'll figure it out. And then I've also got a pile of variants here too, that are just variants of some of the main characters that I got to figure out where I'm going to put them. So I don't know. A couple of them on the floor, but otherwise everything else is up here. And then, I forgot down here. There's Castle Grayskull, both versions of Talon Fighter and Point Dread, and both versions of Granomir. So those are all down there too. I've seen a bunch of questions asking where Snake Mountain's going to go. I don't know. That thing is so big. Honestly, probably over here in the corner somewhere or something is probably where I'm going to put it, but I don't know yet. We will have to wait and see how it goes. And then I've got some other stuff up on the top shelf that are Masters Classics adjacent or part of the line still, or things that were released around the same time that I felt like fit in okay. So I've got the box for Wind Raider up there because I love the artwork. It's just in the empty box. I've got Granomir's box somewhere too, so I'm going to put that up there because I want to be able to see the awesome artwork for Granomir. Then I've got all the minis, which are getting ready to come back out. They're getting ready to re-release those, but there's all the minis that were released during the line, including the bigger ones from Comic-Con, and the Mossman deodorant. That was a giveaway at Comic-Con. The Polly Pocket exclusive from Comic-Con. This is from the 30th birthday. There's a baby Skeletor, that cursed baby Skeletor that everybody was so upset about. There he is. Modulok's box, just because I liked the artwork. So eventually I'll get Granomir's box. I'll find where I stored it, and I'll put that up there too. And then we got both of the original King Grayskull releases. There's the regular one. There's the statue version, the bronze statue version. This is an amazing custom figure of me made by the awesome Hunter Knight Customs. He did that for me years ago. He's holding a little Mosquitor toy, so it's pretty cool. Then I've got some of the Super 7 figures over here. That I like, that Adam, I put him back in the box because I like the sparkly box. It makes sense for that. Christmas He-Man, I didn't know where else to put him, so he's up here. We got the recent Origins release from Comic-Con. And then this right here is a test shot for Mosquitor. So, he's my favorite figure. I don't really collect or buy a lot of prototypes, but I went ahead and took the plunge for this, for Mosquitor, just because he's my favorite character, and I felt like I wanted to have it, so he's there too. This side over here, I've just kind of thrown some box stuff up there that doesn't really fit in. I don't know if they're gonna stay there, but you can see, so I've got a very small handful of carded vintage figures right there in protective cases. So I've got a nice carded vintage Mosquitor, Cyclone, Triclops, Evelyn, and Merman, and that's international release too, Masters del Universo. So I don't know. I know that doesn't fit in with the Masters of the Universe classes aesthetic, but it works for me for now. So yeah, guys, I don't know. That's where I'm at currently. You can see I got some other stuff down here too, like vintage Eternia playsets here in the middle. I've got my Mega Constructs Castle Grayskull. I've got my Icon Hero statues over there. So that's what I've got going on with Masters Classics right now. So why don't I go ahead and switch this around so you guys can see me and I can read some of your comments. And let me figure out the best place to be where that light's not going to be blinding us out. Okay. There you go. So what do you guys think? What do you think? Does it look good so far? I'm still trying to figure out what to do with all the rest of this stuff. Here, let me show you real quick. Here's what my floor looks like over here right now. You see all that? I still got to figure out what to do with all this stuff over here. So it is a work in progress, but I feel really good about it. I'm glad that I'm finally getting some of my figures up so I can see them. They're on display. As you can imagine, when I was doing videos and I was doing comparison times, I was having to like dig for figures and it was really frustrating. So now all of these are out. We're making some progress and things are coming together. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, let me give a shout out real quick to J Mania. Thanks for the super chat, man. No life-size Sword of Power, he asks. No, I don't have a like the best thing I've got is I got like this plush one that came out years ago. And I've got some of the role play swords. They're laying around here somewhere. I can see the New Adventures one over there. So I think what I'm going to do is in the next couple days, I will do another stream like this, but I'll focus on showing you guys some of the weird, obscure Masters of the Universe merchandise that I own, some of the non-toy stuff, because I've got a lot of that and it's really cool. There's a lot of stuff you guys probably don't even realize existed, and I think that would make a really fun video. So stay tuned. I'll see if I can put that together here soon. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for all the comments. I'm sorry that I haven't really answered any of them because I've seen them all flying by, and I just really appreciate you guys watching this. And again, I hope you're all staying safe and everything's awesome and we're all staying positive. So here, I'll go through and I'll answer some questions as I'm seeing them pop up. Retro Ryan says, will you do the same for TMNT? Yes. When I get to the point that I've got my TMNT stuff displayed, I'll definitely do another video. Once I get everything done, I'm going to do a full collection walkthrough like I used to do years ago. So I definitely will do that. Oh my gosh, massive shout out to Matt Stetson, my buddy Matt. Thank you for the awesome super chat, man. I miss you too, man. Thank you, man. I hope you and your wife are staying safe. You and your whole family, you're doing awesome, man. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. The video we've waited on for so long. I know, guys. I've been waiting to set this up for a long time, so thanks for bearing with me. Life gets crazy when you get kids and stuff because that takes up all your time, right? You guys that are parents know. Oh, Lucas has 200 TMNT. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. No Mosquito ship. Jared, the Mosquito ship you made me is in my studio. You can see it in the background of a ton of my videos. That thing is prime and a centerpiece in the Pixel Dance studio, which is downstairs, which is the blue walled room that you guys see me shooting my videos out of all the time. So, Jared, it's there. It's always on display there, and I love it. Thanks, buddy. Is that a complete collection? Yes. This is what a complete Masters of the Universe Classics collection looks like. I mean, the only things that I wouldn't have in here is like when the King Grayskull figure was first released back in 2008, they had a handful of Spirit figures, which were raffle items. I don't have one of those. And they did the same thing for Shira. They did like a chromed silver Shira. They had only two in existence, and they were raffle items. So I don't have those. I don't know if that counts because they're not like actual releases. I have everything that was released all right here. This is what a complete classics collection looks like. So it's impressive, right? When you see it all together, I think this line is going to go down in history as being one of the most complete toy lines ever released, because this is just unheard of in the toy industry for a toy line to go 12 years and never change its style, always maintain the same packaging all the way through, and give us such a depth of characters. It's crazy. This line is amazing. It's amazing that it went so long. Lots of wonderful comments, guys. Thank you so much. And thank you for all the kind words. Just like you're all saying to me, I hope you're all staying safe and healthy as well. Thank you guys very much. Yeah, this question keeps coming up, so I'll just say it again. Yes, I will do this again for my turtle stuff when I get it all set up. Absolutely. Sorry about the focus going in and out. I'm flipping through the comments, and it's making my phone try to focus where I'm touching. It's ridiculous. This is part of my toy room. So if you guys don't know, we moved to a new house about 2 to 3 years ago. Specifically because we wanted a bit of a bigger house, that had more rooms, because we knew we were going to have a growing family, all that stuff. Plus we had already outgrown the last house with just Spencer. So in my last house, I had a full basement that I dedicated to my toy collection. I don't have that here. We do have plenty of rooms in this house for our kids to have their own rooms, and for me to have a studio and a toy room. So, you know, it's still a really nice house. It's much more space than we had before. But it was priority for me to have a studio for my YouTube stuff over a toy room. So that's why it's taken me so long to set this up. And it's also why I don't have as much space for a toy display in this house as I did before, because this time I prioritized a studio. It made more sense for me to have the space to be able to film videos easily accessibly. So that's what's going on there. So this is a smaller room than the basement I had in my other house, but it's still a good sized room, and I'm still gonna I think I'm gonna still have a pretty neat display for a toy collection here. So I'm happy with it. Okay, guys, quit asking about the TNT. Yes, I'm gonna show that off when I set it up. It's not up yet, I promise. I'm glad you're excited to see it. I'm glad you are. It's awesome. Wow, all the way from Belgium. Bob, what's going on, Bob? What are your most anticipated figures of 2020, says Captain D. Well, I guess I'm very excited about all of the NECA TMNT stuff. Man, I'm really sorry about the focus, guys. I'm really excited about all the NECA TMNT stuff, specifically Toka and Razar that we just saw at Toy Fair. That was my win from Toy Fair. Very excited for those. And I'm also excited for Origins, Masters of the Universe Origins. I'm excited to get those and check them out and see where that line goes, for sure. We need He-Man face mask. I got those He-Man masks from Comic-Con a few years ago, but they're still in the bags and they're over there. So I can't wear one right now. Star Wars display. I don't have a Star Wars display right now. I do have a small Star Wars collection. I will probably try to put some of them up. I kind of stopped collecting Black Series. I really found that I was only caring about the original trilogy stuff. So The stuff that I display will be the stuff from the original movies, and probably that's it. So we'll see what I can fit in here. It all depends on what I can get out in this room. And like I said at the beginning, if you guys missed it, I am going to prioritize He-Man and Ninja Turtles because those are the two collections that I focus on the most and that I like the most. And I'm trying real hard these days to not just buy things for the sake of buying them. I'm trying to focus on the collections that I really, really enjoy the most. So Turtles and He-Man get priority in here. We'll see where everything else lands. CJ, thank you so much for the super chat. He wants to know when the book is coming out. The release date for the book was set to be winter of this year. I do not know yet if the current situation in the country is going to delay that. Right now, we are waiting for Dark Horse to solicit the book, which would open pre-orders, and they're probably not going to do that right now. I've been told that should be happening soon, but again, with everything going on in the world, I think we're all kind of on pause right now. I will tell you that it's really coming along. We are in the proofreading phase right now. We've turned in half of the book already for final approval, and that's all gone to Dark Horse. So we are in the proofing stages right now. We are wrapping it up. It is pretty much almost all ready to go. It's so awesome seeing the whole thing come together. So trust me, as soon as I know the official date and the pre-orders, I'm not going to shut up about it. I'm going to talk about it a bunch. I'll make sure you guys all know about it. What do you think of the new He-Man series for Netflix? I'm excited to see them both. There's two of them. One for adults, one for the adults. I say that. One for longtime fans, and one for kids. I'm excited to see them both. I really hope they're both awesome. And I hope they make new fans. Wow, these comments are really scrolling by fast, guys. I am very sorry. John says, let's not forget about Thundercats. Yes, I have a small Thundercats collection. I will probably set some Thundercats up. I am going to be collecting the new ones. I've already got all the ones on pre-order from Super 7, so those will definitely find a place in my collection. No worries there. Here's a good question from Mikey. Which Super 7 Classic Turtle figure are you most looking forward to? Well, right now I am most excited about Mutagen Man because that is my favorite vintage Turtles figure, and I'm so excited that they started off right away with that. That's so cool. As far as what I'm hoping they reveal, I'm looking forward to a Muckman. Brian said at Toy Fair when I asked him that Muckman is coming, so I can't wait to see what they do with Muckman. Yeah, he fans. Why is Baby Skeletor hated? Okay, so if you guys don't know or weren't really following the saga when that came out, so that was like a weird, he's all the way up there if you can see him. That was just a weird, funny thing that Mattel released. It was like a really short, there was very, very low stock on it. It sold out instantly, but it was hated because everybody thought that it was taking the place of a character in classics. And people were like, why are you wasting space on something stupid like Baby Skeletor instead of giving us a figure that we want? Now, in hindsight, that seems pretty silly because look at those. Look at all those figures they made. Look at all those figures. So I don't think that Baby Skeletor ruined anything. And he sold out instantly, and he has become one of the rarest things in that line now. So I'm glad I ordered one when I did. Hello, everybody. Hello. I see lots of people saying hi on here. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys. Does Toy Guru come over for Thanksgiving dinner? No, he doesn't. I haven't seen him in a long time. I heard from him recently because he just launched his own YouTube channel, and I tweeted out a link for him on Twitter. But every now and then he touches base to say hi, and I say hi to see how he's doing. But no, I haven't seen him in a long time. Hopefully he's doing well. Loving the purple. Is that your favorite color? It is. It is. I'm wearing a purple hoodie too. Isn't that funny? I didn't even do that on purpose. But yes, purple is my favorite color. Dark purple. So that just seemed like the right fit. Plus, I thought that color would work really good with toys. I just thought it would stand out really good on that. So that's why I picked it. Somebody wants to know what kind of book it is. If you guys didn't already know, I am doing the official guide to Masters of the Universe action figures. So I'm very excited about it. I've been working on it for over 2 years now. It's been a labor of love. And a lot of awesome people in the community have helped me make this possible. Very excited about it. Dark Horse is publishing it, so I will let you guys all know once it is ready to be ordered. It's going to be awesome. Oh, good question. Toy Kitch wants to know if cleaning the dust is hard. I literally just got all this set up in the last couple days, so I guess I'll let you know next month when it's all covered in dust. I'm not looking forward to that. I've never been good at dusting my toys. I don't have a good way to do it. I don't know how do you do it without knocking things over? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, man. Thank you guys all for the awesome comments about the book. I am so excited about it. I think a book that collects everything from Masters, which by the way, it's over 700 pages, this book, original line all the way through these. So I think it's long overdue to have a nice guide to the entire thing. So I am honored that I was given the opportunity to be the one to write it. And the whole book is filled with photos that I took and some other folks on my team who helped me out took. So it's all original photos in the book. We did a lot of work on it. We put a lot of love in it. So I'm really excited about it. Captain D says, I personally try to move all my figures to clean up and put them back again. Yeah, I would imagine that's the best way to do it, but that sounds miserable. That sounds miserable. We'll see. Oh, do I have the carpet? You mean like the grate, the Castle Grayskull grate rug? I don't. I want to get it though. I should get it because it would be perfect on the floor in this room, right in front of these toys. I should order one. Super 7's still selling them, so I should order one. An air duster. Marty, that's a good idea. You just got to be careful not to knock these over. Hey, you know what? I found out about these, and it's always been a problem with them, even when I was reviewing them, but it's gotten worse. The ankles on these figures are so bad on most of them, and it's like they've gotten worse over time because standing some of these guys up was a pain, and these guys fall down all the time. Already, they've only been up for not even a week, and I come in here and I find figures laying on the floor, and I always have to put them back up. It sucks. Club Grayskull Wave 5. I don't think there is a Wave 5, guys. As of right now, Club Grayskull and Masters Classics is over. It's done. The official word is it's on hiatus, but with Mattel releasing the new Masters of the Universe Origins line, they put a stop to all other Masters of the Universe toy lines from Super 7. So Origins is the only thing we're getting, aside from like the Funko Pops, and I think the Loyal Subjects is still going to do like the little blind box guys, but otherwise that's it. That's all we're getting outside of Origins, at least for now. Opinion on The Mandalorian. And do you know somebody named Jerry Jansen? Yes, I know Jerry. JJ Tank? I know JJ Tank. Yes, I used to wrestle with JJ Tank. And for anybody that just confused, yes, I've been on the independent wrestling scene for 20 years. I did it a lot more when I was in my 20s than I do now. But yes, I've been... I know Jerry. Yes, that's awesome that you know him. And The Mandalorian was awesome. It is legit like my favorite non-original trilogy Star Wars right now. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Jerry rocks. JJ Tank, you got a lot of fans on here? What's going on? Probably until next month or June until we get some news. If you're talking about the book, you're probably right. Did they ever make stands for this line? Yes, they made these like Castle Grayskull stands and these Snake Mountain stands, but they're big and blocky, and I don't like them, to be perfectly honest. They use little pegs that don't fit in the feet well. It doesn't help with the ankles, and they're too big. Like, I wouldn't be able to line these up as close to each other as I have using those stands. I don't like them. Special thanks to you for each year at San Diego Comic-Con when you and Scott did your walkthroughs. Well, thank you so much. I always had fun doing that, and I hope we get to do more of that going forward with Britt from Mattel for Origins. You know, I love that I get to do these walkthroughs with all these toy companies. I think that's fantastic. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I'm so glad you guys all love watching them, because it's literally one of the best things that I personally love doing for this channel. All right, I'm just going to scroll through a couple more of these questions. Hey, Jacob. Jacob giving love to JJ also. I love it. I love how I got a bunch of friends on here too. What's going on, everybody? Pixelman He-Man figure. Somebody asks, did you see the custom up there? I showed him off a little bit ago. He's a custom that was made for me by Hunter Knight. Book will be sold via Amazon? Yeah, probably. Anywhere that Dark Horse usually distributes their books. I think all the other Dark Horse books were on Amazon, so I'm certain this one will be on Amazon too. Very cool. All right, guys, I'm probably going to have to pop off here soon. Any plans for an Eternia playset review? Yeah, possibly. So I'll tell you what. When I was photographing, so my Eternia is not complete. But when I was visiting my good friend Justice Curry, who also has a YouTube channel you guys can check out if you like retro toy stuff. So I photographed his Eternia playset because it's complete. And I filmed a video with him just showing how it worked and everything. I never did anything with that video. I wanted to wait until the book was closer to coming out. So I'll probably post that video eventually. And maybe someday I'll go in and do like a full in-depth video on Eternia. I want to do more videos, like in-depth videos on the vintage line in general, because I love the vintage line. It's still my favorite Masters line. So when the book comes out, that'll give me an excuse to like plug my book by doing more videos on the vintage toys, I think. So okay, hey guys, I really appreciate all the questions. I'm very sorry that I couldn't answer every single one of them, but please know that I appreciate all the love. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you're all keeping healthy. I'm going to come back. We're going to do another live stream soon. In fact, we're going to do a couple of these, I think, and I'll spend longer on them, and I won't just hold the phone like I'm doing now. I'll actually like set up a better little setup here with better lighting and everything. And I would love to show you guys some more things that I have in my collection and just hang out with you guys and have some fun. So stay tuned. We're going to be doing stuff like that. And I'll be jumping back onto regular toy reviews and stuff like that soon as well. So guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed a look at my collection, kind of a sneak peek at the way my toy room is coming together. And stay healthy, stay safe, guys. Hang in there. Hang in there. We got this, right? We got this. Until next time, my friends.